Hello and welcome to our tutorial of how to animate in Movie Maker 3. So what you need to do is that using the teleport tool, you teleport all the way to an empty spot which looks like a transparent and translucent bit, and you need to select the start movie tool, which is down here, and click. As you see, it's unclaimed now and it's all yours. And this is the important part, so listen up. So go to Movie Maker, and obviously I'm not going to make it very good because it's just an example. But what you need to do is you click and make sure to go on this mode down here. So the inner parts are your drag tool and the outer parts are your rotate tools. And if you go on Roblox Studio like me, this may feel familiar. So if you want to, you can just do this or do this. But I prefer doing this because it's not so fiddly. So what you need to do is that you can add something using the clone tool. The props tool. What the hell am I thinking? And you can add something. You can animate it. So you see there's two parts, this counts as two parts. And using the delete tool, you can delete stuff. It's pretty obvious. But let's say we wanted to add a person. Well, click on the person and you can add an extra one. Now you can have a three-way fight. That one has a sword, that one has a sword, and that one has a gun. So, I'm just going to show you some basic tools that you can use. So the first basic tool I can use is let me think. It is the group tool. So the group tool basically groups it so you can rotate it or whatever together. But I have two things. One, you have to have shift lock off because you need to use shift and click to actually be able to group. So you need to hold shift and click. We're not obviously going to use the torso, but this is very important. The part you click in the group is the one that anchors. Look, we don't want that. But if we click on the arm, it does this, which is what we want. And also some extra stuff. If you go into settings and you see the FPS, you can either turn tweening on and off, which later I'll show you what that means. But the FPS is frames per second. That's basically how many frames show up per second. So right now we're going to put it to 5 with tweening on for now, because it's a simple tutorial. But what we can do is that we can press N, which means new/update frame. So if we do that until he gets his arm up, then you can see that his arm goes up. If we press N again and we ungroup using G or just clicking this part tool, then you can press P, which is here, preview movie, to actually be able to show it. So yeah, I find it pretty cool. Okay, so what you can do is you can animate multiple at a time. So if you wanted to make them both nod their heads down, you can do so. Let me just do it. And as you can see, they both nod their head down. So now what you can do is that if you want to, you can clone a singular part. So as you see, this is on our 6 of rig, so you can only select one of the 6. But as you can see, there's another head right here. So we don't need that for now. But if you wanted to see someone else's movie, let's use this as an example. Hopefully it isn't empty. Then you can go into it, press the play button, and it will show. So I'm not actually going to, but you can type to people if you want. And yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool if you ask me. So the final thing I want you to know is that you can go into save/load, and I already have some save files, so I don't want to overwrite them. But if you press save to file and then press load file, it will show it. So I'm going to use my other one for an example, and if you press load file, then as you see, this is my skateboarding movie that you might have seen from my other video. So we're just gonna teleport back to our place, and we can press P again to show it. And you can see how that was pretty smooth. That's because it has tweening. Tweening basically is an operational calculation which puts in between frames to make it look more better. So if we turn tweening off, as you can see, it's more choppier because it isn't going in between. The AI isn't actually going to make more frames. So we're going to put that on for now, but hopefully that was pretty simple. I'll see you. Bye.